Alrighty, guys. Hope you're well. Hey, let's talk about Schoolboy. Let's talk about Schoolboy. Before I do, I just gotta quickly give a plug, guys. Pound for pound arm wrestling, Vector Wrench. You know you want one. Head to poundforpoundarmwrestling.com and grab one anyway. What's going on, everyone? Hope you're well. Schoolboy, hey. You know, Schoolboy is one of those interesting characters that has truly taken the world by storm. He's probably the first breakout viral arm wrestling guy. You guys have seen it. His footage in New York, arm wrestling. Everyone under the sun looking like that young boy that he was at the time, still in his teens, and crushing it. Since then, the man has gone on and done big things. Obviously, the business blew up on the back of the viral videos. Arm wrestling truly became his career. He's touring the world, always bettering himself as an arm wrestler, making big waves. So what next? Where to for Schoolboy? Now that he's killing it and crushing it in the YouTube space, is he killing it and crushing the arm wrestling space? I think so. Big things to come. So the future of Schoolboy. What does it look like? I think it looks like. Well, actually, before we go into what the future looks like and where I'd love to see him, where's he at? Where is Schoolboy at right now? Because we know Schoolboy is active. I believe Schoolboy is the current under 21s world champion, super heavyweight, WAF world champion. I'm pretty sure that's correct. He did win that. So that in itself is a massive feat. To win the under 21s WAF, big deal. He did it in style. And he's making appearances. We see him pulling, obviously, a couple of years ago, there was the whole big Larry Wheels promotion. Khaled, he's pulled all these sorts of guys. Everything Schoolboy touches turns to gold. And we saw him beat Herman Stevens. That was a pretty impressive match. I enjoyed that one. Herman Stevens and Schoolboy. As you can see, it was a pretty kick-ass match. Herman threw a few bullets at him that were pretty tricky. Herman is a tricky cat, that dude. But Schoolboy, he showed his maturity and his power. And that's the thing that excites me most. Schoolboy is a really well-rounded arm wrestler. He is an arm wrestler who started out as a top roller, as a one-trick pony, as a one-ace kind of puller, and he's evolving it. I'm loving it as he's evolving. He's backfilling. He's no longer just the top roll guy. He's coming in. He's a high hook guy now, and he's a deep hook guy as well. There's a lot of promising signs that Schoolboy is reaching a conditioning level that will propel him into the next echelon of elite arm wrestlers. Schoolboy, I think, is on the verge of really being a force. I believe Schoolboy has a similar amount of years in the sport as I do, which is approaching, I think, 9 years now. Schoolboy, however, has done that from early teens. And the beautiful thing about doing it in your early teens is when you're going through that phase where growth hormone is highly active in your body naturally, you get to design your body. Your body's receptors are saying, okay, you want me to be able to withstand these kind of crazy pressures that arm wrestling's throwing at you? And those pressures is what Schoolboy's giving his body plenty of. So his elbow is at that phase where it's starting to be real conditioned. His hand and his pronation have always been dominant. He's a tall guy. He's a big dude. His back pressure's always been king. And that's always been his ace. But as I was saying, with him now backfilling his style and coming more in on his opponents and being able to be confident to come in and trust his elbow, oh man, it opens up so much because we know that a genuine threat on the inside opens up the door for the outside and vice versa. And he already has great genuine outside threat. That's been his bread and butter for a long time. And now, as people fear his top roll, they're opening the doors to hooks, and he's eating it up. So where to from Schoolboy from here is up. It's up, and it's up quite a way. Like, he's doing his thing. I love that he's continuously doing his thing. He's getting experience in tournaments. He's winning tournaments. He's winning Junior World WAF. He'll be now, obviously, next year. Or this year, he'll be outside of the juniors. He'll be into the seniors now at 22 years of age. I think he'll be this year. So we're going to see him compete with the big bad boys now. And this is where we're excited. How high can Schoolboy go? He's obviously going to keep going with the super matches as well. He does that for his business. The world loves watching him arm wrestle. And he's taking bigger and bigger names. I personally would love to see him. Schoolboy is one of the new guard, right? I love old guard v new guard. I also love up and comers versus up and comers. If we're talking the up and comers versus up and comers category, I'd like to see him pull Chance Shaw. I'd like to see him pull Derek Smith. I'd like to see him pull Corey Bresnan. Corey West. Corey Bresnan. Shout out to Corey Bresnan, but Corey West was who I meant. They're all kind of the new guard guys. I would love to see him pull them. Old guard guys, I think it's time. I'd love to see him pull Michael Todd. I think that's a great match. I'd love to see Schoolboy versus Michael Todd. Oh, man, I'd love it. Everyone's having a crack at Todd Hutchins. That is the flavor of the month, that if you're a new guard guy, you go for Todd Hutchins, and Todd Hutchins is happy to collect paychecks. So I would love to see that. Love to see Todd and Schoolboy. And outside of that, I'd like to see him pull a Zlotiter next. If he's going to pick a tournament, I'd love to see him pull a Zlotiter. I'd love to see how far he can go in that environment and see if he can really crack into the genuine elites of the seniors in Europe. As the WAF Under-21s world champion, he should be right on the verge of that. Anyway, awesome times ahead for Schoolboy. If you're a Schoolboy fan, let me know in the comments section below. Who would you like to see Schoolboy face next? What tournament would you like him to participate in most? And how high can he go is the real question. Can he get to the top? Look, there's one thing about Schoolboy that is really in his favor. Well, there's a few. He's Russian, so he's got killer genetics for arm wrestling. He's got the time and money to commit fully, because arm wrestling via YouTube is his career and it pays him well. So he has the resources to continue pursuing at the highest level, and he has a reason to continue pursuing. So he's got a lot of factors going for him. We all love to see it happen. A lot of promise in that young man, Schoolboy. The world's most famous arm wrestler in a view sense. No, I think more people have watched him than anyone else, even more than Devin. Maybe, I don't know. It could be wrong. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. So, guys, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget, poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. The Vector Wrench. Oh, you gotta see this side. It's better. It's one with all the branding on it. Go grab one, guys. Talk soon.